Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we're just playing with more new makeup, either makeup I picked up in Black Friday sales or just recently and it's only just come in the mail. We have the new Oric face palette. Oh, so excited. The new Glaminatrix eyeshadow palettes, the little holiday release they did. I've got the Glossier foundation, which I know is not new, but it is new to me. Some Merit Beauty. So yeah, we're just gonna have a good old-fashioned makeup time. Hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTube things, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. You guys are zoomed in nice and close, 4K, no filters, and everything I use on my face today will be linked in the description box down below. They are affiliate links though, so if you shop through them, thank you so much. We are gonna do eyes first. I got sent all 4 of the new Glaminatrix little palettes in PR. So I was very, very lucky. I'm actually only going to use 2, and these 2 I'm actually going to give to friends, but I just unbox them quickly just to show you what they look like, but you won't see swatches of these 2, sorry. Just because I know I won't use these color stories, so I didn't want to like waste them. The packaging. These are already up on the website, the Glaminatrix website, by the way. It's like this beautiful like leather cushiony kind of packaging is what I'm trying to spit out there. It's beautiful. This one is stunning. So this is the green one. Very pretty, and I've done swatches of this one, so we'll get to that in a second. Then this one is the kind of neutral brownie one, which I love. Like, look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Then you have a blue one. And lastly, kind of like a pinky, yeah, I would say pinky mauvey or pinky maroony. Very pretty, but these shades I feel like are quite similar to the shades in the Barely Basics palette, so I don't feel like I need this one because of that, and then I just won't use the blue, so I'm going to give those to friends that I know will use them. But we are going to use these 2 today, so I'll insert the swatches of these 2 now, and I know, I'm sorry I'm not doing the other 2, but you know, hopefully you understand. I just don't want to waste them, you know. If you can hear my aircon, I'm so sorry. It is, I cannot stress to you how disgustingly hot and humid it is where I live. We are in like summer and we're having a heat wave, so I have to have the aircon up a little bit. Normally I have it down as low as I can so the noise isn't too bad, but it's not possible today, okay? So I'm just gonna prime my lids with my Sigma eye primer first. It was really hard to pick what to do with my eyes today because I got like an Oric single shadow as well, like one of the cream pots. I've got like a Shansakai one, and I've got the Patritar duos that I still want to play with, and I actually haven't had a lot of chance to do makeup the past week. So yeah, anyway, choices. What a terrible problem to have. I'm just kidding. But I really want to use these 2 because when I swatched them, they just looked absolutely gorgeous. And this shade in particular right here, it looks really different. You would have seen from the swatches, and it's calling my name on my lids. So also apparently this is a new matte formula from the brand. So we're going to put the matte formula to the test. The metallics, I can already tell you, I love you. I love you. I do love you guys, but I love them because they're like the metallics from the Belly Basics palette. So yeah, I'm going to start off with a BK 201. We're going to start with the neutral palette. So we're going to go into Ornate first, which is a very pretty kind of soft, light brownie shade. Good for a transition shade for someone of my skin tone. Very pretty. So I'm just going to softly, you know, pop this through the crease as my first transition shade, and that's blending very beautifully, very, very beautifully, and it's very soft, so you might not even really be able to see it too much on camera, but with these kinds of shades you could like mix this one and this one, or this one and this one, to kind of like deepen them up and stuff, which I am going to show you in a second really anyway, so you can kind of tailor them as well. But that's pretty. That even just as a one and done for like those of you that like a soft eye look with a shadow and kind of like a bold lip. Very pretty. Just tap that on the outer corner a little bit here. Oh, I like that shade actually. Now I'm going to pick up this Spectrum Cross KJH blending brush. It's the number 19. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite brushes, honestly. And I'm going to mix this shade with the smallest amount of this shade just to deepen through the crease slightly. So I'm mainly going to use the Ornate shade with just a touch of Divine, just to create kind of a middle tone brown for myself to deepen. And I like this because it's kind of like the BK 201, I guess, in a way, but really small. It's like the Rephr 14 kind of size, which I love, but it doesn't have the tip, so it's just nice for like a generic blending. I don't know how to describe it. I really like it, and it's very soft and malleable. I very much like it. So see how I could just tailor that to be the shade that I really want for like the next shade, and I didn't have to go like full deep straight away. And I'm just popping that on out here too. I actually like this matte formula. I'm not noticing, like it's very easy to blend. It's doesn't appear to be like crazy over the top pigmented in like a intimidating way. Builds really lovely, blends out softly. I'm liking it. I'm liking the new matte formula so far. I didn't have a problem with their old matte formula, to be fair, either though. The only matte formula from Glamonatrix that I've tried that I haven't loved was from the Sugar and Spice palette. I didn't love that one, but every other one I've really loved, so. But this is lovely. That is lovely. Now I'm taking this Spectrum KJH 17 brush. It's basically the exact same brush as the one I just used, but even smaller, and it's a little bit more domed. And now, actually, you know what I'll do is now I'll go into Alluring, a little bit of the green. Just want to deepen up the outer corner slightly. So I'm just gonna really softly tap that out here. Not too much. I just want a little bit tucked in here, just to lift my kind of downturned eyes. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I like these mattes. They're very easy to use. I really do like them. Also, yes, this is PR. No, this isn't sponsored. The thing that I love the most actually about Glamonatrix is they're really susceptible. Susceptible is probably not the right word. They're really open to feedback. Like, they want your true feedback. They don't want you to just like say something's great if it's not. They want to just create the best products they can. So I don't ever have to worry about, not that I would worry, but I don't have to worry about them like taking offense if I didn't like something about. They'd be like, oh, okay, cool, like that's, you know, great feedback, or, you know, you get the drift, right? Also, on Boxing Day, they are dropping blushes, blush duos. I think, are they cream and powder blushes? I think they are. Sorry, this is that 19 brush, and I'm mixing this shade and this shade again together just to blend out a little bit here. And I cannot wait. I'm picking them all up, don't you worry. Actually, I think there's like a Barbie pink. I probably won't pick that one up, but I'll pick the rest of them up. Now let's put some metallics on. Can't wait any longer. So I'm going to take my intensifiers and pop that on 3/4. And normally for like a new palette that I'm testing, I wouldn't put it on both eyes, but these are like a glitter type, think like Pat McGrath Lab special shade type formula. So especially if you're like me who has hooded eyes, or you just want to minimize the fallout of that kind of a formula, you do want to use something like the intensifiers, or wet your brush, or use concealer, or at the very minimum just like make sure you do your eyes first. I'm gonna pick up my Rephr 2 Max, and I have to use this shade. It swatched so stunningly, I can't not. Let's see how it applies with the brush first. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh my, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, it is beautiful. Look at that shade. You need to stop it right now, Glaminatrix. That is stunning. And it's going to shift into so many, I don't think it'll pick up on camera. I probably won't be able to get the shift up to pick up on camera, but it's going to shift into so many different shades. Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that. That is gorgeous. You need to stop it. These shades, yeah, these are stunning. Like, ugh, Glaminatrix does the best sparkly shades. Like, honestly, Glaminatrix has like outdone Pat McGrath Labs now for me. Like, in terms of even the special shades and that, they just, oh, it's beautiful. Like, look at that. Again, the way that this shifts and changes color, it's not going to pick up on camera, but it's spectacular. Oh wow. So I'm just picking up that 17, I think it was. Yeah, the 17 brush. And I'll go back into a little bit of that dark green. And I'll just marry softly out here. You could obviously take this smokier, or you could go lighter if you wanted to as well. Like I always say, the world's your oyster, and do what you feel suits you best, or is like your kind of how you feel pretty. I'm gonna not get carried away like I normally do, and I'm gonna leave the metallics there. I'm gonna take my olive satin kajal from Victoria Beckham and just line my top waterline here. I actually got a PR package from Victoria Beckham. It was one of the gift sets with all of the satin jewel liners and one of her mascaras, so that was kind of exciting. Let's move on to our face makeup. My Rephr Eye Balm, naturally. I picked up pretty much a full face of Merit. I'm not going to use a lot of the products today. I'm just going to use some because there's other products that I want to use. But I did pick up the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. So I am going to put this on the kind of outer perimeter of my face. And I am going to leave my T-zone free because I don't need that kind of oil in my life. And this is kind of like I mean, it's a serum, so it says you can use it as a primer or you can use it as a serum. It feels very cooling and refreshing on the skin immediately. And it kind of feels like almost like a water-based oil serum, which I know doesn't make sense, but it feels oily, but it also feels so light and like water-based. We'll see how that goes. I know that's a big fan fave. And then I'm going to take my Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte for my T-zone, which I can't get enough of this. It's so good. Just makes my makeup, or keeps my oils at bay just for so long through the whole day. It's amazing. Which in this heat, let me tell you. Also, it has just started pouring with rain, so if you can hear that, hopefully it just adds to ambience. Color corrector, I'm going to take my Natasha Denona C1, or it's the High Glam, but it's in the shade C1, I should say. I'm actually going to blend this out with the Esom T47. This is from the Sophia Seas Beauty brush set from Esom, which I will have my Esom palette review and this brush collection review coming at some point. So many videos to film, so little time at this point. How's everyone's lead up to the holiday season going, by the way? Hopefully good. And if you need a hug at this time of year, I am sending it to you through the screen. I picked up the Glossier foundation. I picked it up in light 2. Not a perfect shade. I think it might be it might be right now actually, with being summer. It seems like it might be a touch deep. So that's the shade right there, light 2. But when I tried the shade down from that, it was way too light. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try it with my sponge. And I was never planning on really trying this, but Simply Blair here on YouTube, she loves it. And then my friend Karen, who also is like, she's a sub here on the channel as well, but she's become my friend. She really loves this. She was telling me how much she really liked it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get it and try it. And I was in Mecca the other day, and they had it in store. So I was like, you know what? I'll just pick it up. It actually wasn't too bad. I think it was like 57 Australian dollars. That's a really reasonable cost of foundation for us in Australia. Even our drugstore, like L'Oreal foundations and that, I think they're normally like $30 or $40 full price. And you kind of have to wait until they come on like a full discount to get them at like a cheap drugstore price, if you will. So, at least from my understanding. It's been a while since I've shopped drugstore, I'll be honest. Can't get enough of those luxury brands. It's been kind of nice lately though. Hey, there hasn't been really any makeup releases, I don't think. Or I haven't really seen too many. So that's been nice. But I imagine they'll start picking up again shortly, won't they? Now that it's the new year almost. Yeah, this is a bit too deep. I've got a little bit of a fake tan on right now, so it might be okay. And my neckline's pretty high, but I would pop a drop of the white, like I've got the LA Girl white mixer drops, so I'd probably pop a drop of that in just to, or mix it with a lighter foundation. Yeah. But yeah, very glowy. I don't know why I didn't realize this was so glowy, but it's not terrible looking off the bat actually. Just building it up a little bit because it was about a light medium, and I'm just seeing if I can get it to be a medium. Yeah, it's very glowy and hydrating. So off the bat, first impressions, I don't think my oily skin friends will like this. It's not smoothing, but it is nice looking. I have a feeling once I set my face though, and I might really like this, because that will usually happen sometimes, like a more hydrating foundation as I'm getting older, and then I set my face, it comes together really nicely and wears really nicely throughout the day. So we'll keep an eye on it. I don't have any new concealers, so I'm going to mix today the Clay to Pose stick in 3 Beige with the Danessa Myricks in L2, or just shade 2, sorry. I mixed this with the Hourglass concealer last week, and I really liked the concoction, so let's try these 2 together today and see how they go. I'm just going to use my MY8 from Danessa and my kit coat. I need to clean my brushes so badly, like so badly. I'm just being lazy. Also, how are you all? Is anyone doing anything exciting for the holiday period, or are you just resting, or are you working all the way through? I've got the public holidays off, like Christmas Day, Boxing Day, that kind of a thing, but I'm working all the way through. But it's quiet for our business at this time of year, so it's not too bad. But I would like to have the time off. I've just, you know, I don't have the leave balance this year, which sucks, and I want to go on like a bigger holiday next year, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I think we're actually thinking next year we're going to go to America for Christmas is what we were thinking. We wanted to go earlier in the year, but it's just not going to happen for us with like work schedules, and like my husband is doing his MBA and stuff, so we're not going to be able to go earlier. But I think we're going to do Christmas, so that'll be cool. They don't look too bad together at all, those concealers. Not bad, not bad. Now we're up to cream bronzer. This is the new Oric Mirage Shift Cream Cheek Palette. So packaging, A++, absolutely beautiful. It is hefty too, like feels luxe. I picked this up off the Oric website, and I also picked up one of the cream and like sparkle eyeshadow duos is what I'm trying to spit out there. Also, again, pelting rain, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. I picked it up off the website, and the shipping, I think the shipping was free. I think I hit that fresh threshold. Sorry, I can't even remember what I paid for this. It was so long ago. The shipping took so long, so long. So just keep that in mind if you're in Australia. It took like weeks. It didn't get released on Beautylish, so I'm guessing maybe Oric isn't getting their new products to Beautylish or something, because I was hoping it was going to get dropped on there, but it didn't. So inside you have 4 products. So you have the cream bronzer, cream blush, and then these 2 kind of like cream highlights, or a highlight, sorry, and a balm. And then this is the outer carton. again, stunning, but it has actually like the description of the product on here, which is awesome. So it basically says it was created with the ultimate day-to-day versatility and all skin types in mind. Each shade was formulated to easily build up and blend out. Dew Beam Balm can be mixed with each formula to customize the sheerness and add luminosity, or be layered over top to provide that extra dewy glow. And it can also, each shade can be refilled, so you can swap the shades out to suit all that kind of thing. So it's awesome. So yeah, I think it's a really nice versatile product. I've used it once already. I had to go stay down my friend's house and look after her puppies, and so I took this to just test it once, and it was nice for my initial testing. I haven't used this shade yet though, so let me just quickly do some swatches on the back of my hand for you so that you can see what the shades look like. I got the shade Daybreak, the lightest one, if you're wondering. So these are the swatches of each of the products. So that's the cream bronzer and the cream blush. Then you have the cream highlight and the balm. And so the balm you can use to mix with either of these to sheer them out or make them more glowy, and I guess mix with this one as well, or use it on its own. So that is them, and they are pretty. Very, very, very pretty. I actually used the balm as a highlighter on its own the other day. It was really nice. But when you go to use the balm, like, I don't know if you can see mine, it's very, like, the rest of these are quite firm, but this one is very soft. And so I dug in thinking it was going to be like the others where it was quite firm, and it was not. It was not. I actually just got a delivery of new Rephr brushes. So they've created 2 new Shoto brushes, a Shoto 4 and 1, I believe. I'm pretty sure these are new. So Shoto 1 and 4, which I like. And then these are vegan, and they're like the 3 sizes. So these are really good. So it's an LC 03, 02 and 01. So LC 03, 02, 01. They're kind of like the BK kind of like curved ones. So that's awesome. So we're actually going to take this LC 03 and use this for the cream bronzer. And it's like actually quite a nice kind of neutral-ish shade. It does have, it's like it's very kind of balmy type, like, think like if you've tried the Vive cream bronzer, a bit like that. So if you have oily skin, I'm not sure how much you would love this. You'd need to set it with powder for sure. But it wore really well, and it wore really, really naturally. Really naturally. Look at that. Now, like I said, it's a bronzer, it's not a contour, so at least on my skin tone, so just keep that in mind. But it was very, very natural, very easy to build up, fuss-free. It wore lovely throughout the day, but I do set mine with powder still. And I really liked how natural it looked, so I'm really happy. I do not have like any brand new powders, so I'm gonna mix for my under eyes the Pat under eye blurring powder with the Hourglass Veil powder. I'm just gonna take this on a BK 108. Just set on my under eyes first. And then I'm going to take my Chanel loose powder for the rest of my face, because this is my all-time favorite powder, which today I got Lisa Eldridge. She does like newsletters and stuff, and she put a sneak peek into her pro kit, and in her pro kit she swears by this powder, and I was like, yeah, you do, Lisa, because it's the best. I'm just going to take it on my Chanel powder puff that it comes with. Because this is a new foundation, I like to try it with a powder that is like my holy grail, so that I know if it's like not wearing well, it's definitely not like the powder, for example, you know. I've actually never had a foundation that doesn't wear impeccably with this powder, so we'll see how it goes. I do have a feeling this foundation will wear quite nice though, quite like naturally. And that's just like blurred everything together. That is looking really nice. I love that powder. I'm just gonna quickly go do my brows, and then we will be right back. We have brows, and I just put my Victoria Beckham eye brightener on my lower waterline. Let's finish the eyes. I'm gonna take this Esom S31 from the Sophia set, and I'm gonna go into this shadow here and run that underneath the lower lash line. It's like when the brows go on, everything just starts really coming together, you know? And then with this T05 from the Sophia set, I am going to go into the dark brown. I'm just going to smudge that under here lightly. For the inner corner, let's try this one. Let's try Exquisite right here. Just a Sonia G pencil brush. It might just be a little bit too glittery for what I like for my inner corner, but let's just use it lightly. Yeah, I'm just going to use that ever so softly because it's a bit glittery for my inner corner for me. So we'll just leave that there. Very pretty and all over, and actually like sits really lovely in the inner corner there. But just, I like my inner corner shades to be a little less glittery. I need to match that. There we go. Perfect. I'll just pop on some of my Lisa Eldridge mascara too. Oh, I think those eyes have just come together so nicely. What do you guys think? Oh, I like them. Before I move on with the rest of my face, I am going to take this Merit, what is this called? Tinted Lip Oil in Au Naturel. Let's try this. You guys have really been wanting to see me do a full face of Merit, so I got pretty much all of their products that I could get in their Black Friday sale. That's pretty, I like that. I like it. For powder bronzer, I'm going to take my What's Up Beauty Cheeky Tear bronzer in light. I used these the other day in a video. Oh, they're gorgeous, truly. Just absolutely so natural and stunning. So I'm just taking the T59 from the Esom Sophia brush set. I really like this brush for bronzer because it's like so soft and fluffy and just like shapes my cheekbone and stuff really well. I love this. Don't sleep on it. I'm telling you, don't sleep on it. Gorgeous. Now we're up to highlighter. So let's take this one right here from Oric. I'm just going to take my sponge and like go directly into this side. Actually, I'll use the highlight on this side and the balm on the other side so we can see the difference. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I quite like that. That's quite pretty. I'm just going to take this other little side and go really softly into the balm because less is more with it. And the balm is sticky, okay? So keep that in mind. Like, it is proper sticky. But when I used it the other day, it still applied and looked really lovely. Look at that. Yeah, so this is more like this has no tack to it, the highlight, and I feel like it really looks quite lit from within. And then this one still looks lit from within, but it does have a little tack to it as well. They're quite a similar product. It's just that one's really more dewy and sticky and the other's not. Oh, I like both of them. I think they're both really nice, actually. I really like them. I am just going to set both sides though with a little bit of my Lancome Tint Idol highlighter, just softly here. I'm actually going to put some of my setting spray on now. So I'm just taking my Charlotte Tilbury, just because I want to make sure I have a little bit of hydration for when I apply this cream blush. The other day when I used that, I noticed it lifted ever so slightly, but I did use it with a brush. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to take it with the bottom of my sponge. My face was super like matte when I applied it the other day, so I have a feeling it's probably just needs a little less of a matte feeling. And I also think using the sponge with this, yeah, it's just nice and soft and buildable. This is actually more pigmented than you think, this blush, so tread softly. Not like a intimidating type of pigment, but just it will build up quicker than you anticipate. But that's, yeah, so that's applied much better today. Isn't that like a nice soft little flush? I like that. Then I want to try setting that with a little bit of this one. So this is the Cheeky Tear blush from What's Up Beauty in 20, what is it? Serene Sienna. Let's try this. I'm going to take it with this Sigma F44 and let's, oh yeah, that's pretty. Oh, we might have gone a little bit too hard on the bright blush there, but that's okay. We'll tamp it down again in a second. Okay, they look nice together. Nice. I like that. I like that. And I'm going to use my setting spray again. So this is just the Charlotte Tilbury. Now I'm going to reset through my T-zone with my Christian Louboutin powder. This is just that BK108, just because I'm looking a little dark and I just want to bring a little bit of brightness. I always reset my T-zone anyway. This is a trick I got from Andrea Ali at this point. It just helps all of my makeup last a lot longer and just kind of like re-blurs my T-zone. But I just wanted to also add a little bit of brightness because I feel like that foundation is really quite a deep shade. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We're up to lips and I'm not sure if this lip color is gonna suit, so let's see. I have the Merit Slip is the shade. I think this is the satin. No, I think it is the satin formula. How do I get this open? Oh yeah, there we go. So it's this one in the shade Slip. Let me give you a swatch. So that's the shade. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but let's try it. What lip liner will I use? Actually, I'll use Beige Tan from Hermes for my lip liner. I think that will go well, because this is pretty much just my lip color. Now let's try this Merit lipstick. That is so much nicer on than swatched. There you go. I wasn't loving the swatch of that, but that looks quite pretty. Now let's just take a little bit more of that lip tint. Lip oil. Oh, that actually looks, yeah, I'm into that. We need, do you reckon, I feel like we need a touch more blush. Just a touch. Just a touch. This is that Sienna. Perfect. Nailed it. If I do say so myself. All right, let me go do hair and we will zoom out and wrap this up. All right, my friends, finished look. What do you think? I really like how this has all come together, actually. I really do. Okay, these Glamournatrix little palettes, I think they're absolutely beautiful. If there is a color story that just really sparks your interest and is something that you really want to add to your collection, I don't think you'll regret it. I really like the formulas. I love the shades. They really are like Pat special shades. They're indie special shades. They're Glamournatrix special shades. They're stunning. They really truly are. I really like this Oric palette. I really do. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this. I think it's gorgeous. I think it'd be cool if she did like even singles of like the different blush shades, so you could like mix and match the cream blushes in here would be awesome. I like how natural the products are and how easy they are to use. I think if you have oily skin, maybe just tread lightly. I could see your skin not gelling too well with these, maybe. I don't know. I think it's really versatile. Like if you want an extra glow, you can mix the products and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I really like it, and it's so luxe and gorgeous of a palette. Beautiful. And I love that she's brought out like 4 different shades in this. I think that's an awesome idea. I really like it. I really do. I'm actually really liking these Merit lip products so far. I didn't like the lipstick as much swatch, but on the lips I think it's gorgeous, and the lip oil feels very lightweight and moisturizing. I need to keep testing this. I have no initial thoughts. I shall keep you posted, but you know, looks okay. And then the Glossier foundation, shade too deep, but like I said, the shade below this one was just way too light. So in terms of like the finish, now that my powder and everything's on, it's looking really nice. I'm gonna be interested to see how it wears throughout the day. I feel like it's just gonna wear really naturally throughout the day, which I like, but I'd need to mix this with like a whitening mixer to get kind of like the right shade. I think I can get away with it today because I've got a bit of a fake tan on, and on camera I have a feeling it's looking a little bit better than what it does in real life. It's looking a bit too deep in real life, but yeah, but the actual formula I'm not mad at right now. So I will keep you posted. Most of these was like first impressions, you know, just hanging out, playing with some makeup. So I will keep you posted on what I think of these products. But yeah, that's my initial thoughts. All right, let me know your thoughts. Did you pick up the Oric palette or the Glamournatrix? Did you pick up any of these products? What are you thinking? Are you eyeing any of them off? Let me know in the comments down below. If you made it this far, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. Extra special shout out to my Lily absolute legends. Thank you so much, plus all my channel members. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your support, and I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.